It's funny how certain stories burn into your brain. This one story that I'm thinking about took place 23 years ago when I was at college. Now, Jamie and myself and some friends were hanging out at the student center. And as we were heading out, a couple of people came up and started to introduce themselves to our group. Now, one of the guys came up to me, shook my hand, and asked me my name. Something that kind of took me off guard. I thought he was joking at first. Now, you see, this wasn't the first time that we had met. It wasn't even the second time that we had met. So my response back to him, as I was shaking his hand and looking him in the eye, was simple. Johnny. We'll call him Johnny just to help him remain anonymous. Since this is the third time shaking hands, I would have expected you to know my name by now. I'm sorry that you don't. And then I simply walked off. Names are important. The desire to be known is great. We spend a lifetime trying to be known. As kids, we long for our parents to know and love us. We look for and hope for the popular kids to simply notice and acknowledge who we are. Many of us as teenagers and even as adults desperately look for and want someone to simply love us. We work our butts off day in and day out at work for those who are in charge to notice the effort that we put in and the extra hours that we work. We work and we try, and we work some more and we beg, and we do things just to never be noticed. And it's exhausting. It's maddening. The anger, the sadness, the hurt, the despair, it's overwhelming. And the questions come, why does nobody notice me? Why can't I find love? Why does the boss never see my efforts? Why? Why am I not known by anyone? And you work some more and you try harder. You look for another love. You look for other attention. And you're left feeling even more exhausted and overwhelmed. Names are important. The desire to be known is beyond great. But there is one who does know your name, my name, our names. Check this out. It's found in Genesis chapter 43, verse 1, and it says this: "But now, O Jacob, listen to the Lord who created you. O Israel, the one who formed you says, do not be afraid, for I have ransomed you. I have called you by name. You are mine." I don't know where you're at in your faith journey. I don't know if you even believe in God. But I'll tell you this: the God who created the earth knows your name. He has numbered the hairs on your head. God knows you. He knows your name, and you didn't even have to do anything to make that happen. He knows you, and you didn't have to do anything to be accepted. And the God who created the earth wants you to know you are enough. You're enough. Not because of anything that you can do, not because of any certain way that you look. You're enough because Jesus is enough. When God looks at you, He sees you through His Son, Jesus. One of my favorite passages in the Bible of all time is found in Genesis chapter 16, verse 13. And it says this: "And she gave this name to the Lord who spoke to her. You are the God who sees me. For she said, I have now seen the one who sees me." Yep, Hagar, Sarah's maidservant, Abraham's baby mama, who, while pregnant with Abraham's child, was sent away from them because of Sarah's relentless jealousy. And while Hagar was on the road of misery, the Lord met with her broken heart, heard her sadness, satisfied her needs, and secured her future in Him. The Lord saw Hagar for who she was and revealed himself to her and gave to her unrelenting mercy and grace. And he does the same thing for you and for me. He meets us on our road of misery. He meets us with our broken heart, hears our sadness, satisfies our needs, and secures our future in him. And he sees us for who we are, and still he accepts us as we are and calls us by our name. If you're tired at working to be known, come to Jesus, in whom you will find rest and joy, because he knows your name.